Hi, everybody. We're going to give it just a few minutes. This is going to be kind of interesting. I have this waiting room set up. We'll see how this works. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. All right. My alarm's going off. Today's going to be interesting. Hi, Heather. Today's going to be interesting because I'm going to use my computer, my phone, and my daughter's phone to show you guys some Facebook Live stuff. So we're going to do it. There's a vacuum running in the background. Doesn't matter. It's all right. All right. So let's see. It's only just 12 right now. So hopefully everybody will be able to get on. Wasn't any trouble using the password? It was all right? Okay. I just am terrified now of the Zoom bombing that everybody's talking about. It's pretty crazy. Hi, Marianne. What's up?
Well, I was going to say, I was not asked for a password.
Oh.
But it did say that you were going to allow me to enter.
Right.
So.
Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. What about you, Heather? Did it give you a password? Did it ask you for a password?
I came in a different way, I think, because I was kind of messing around with Zoom. And so I actually, instead of clicking on the link, I entered the meeting code and then it kind of put me to another screen and asked for a password.
Right. Okay.
That's how I did it as well.
Yeah. Okay. Who knows? I think that the Zoom bombing that everybody's talking about is more likely to happen with putting that out there, like putting the code out like on your Twitter feed or whatever, or if high school kids are using it and they're, jacking around. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm getting a couple more coming in. Welcome to everybody. This is really interesting. All right. So today I thought that I would talk about Facebook Live because we are all kind of in a really weird time right now where we can't do face-to-face meetings. And I always talk about Facebook Live. It really has been the backbone of my business for the last few years. And it is very scary when you start. It's very intimidating. I still get butterflies every time, just right before I go live. And so I thought I was in this, this leaders thing, and one of the girls was saying she did a tutorial on exactly how you do Facebook Live for her team. And I thought, duh, I need to do that because it can be confusing and overwhelming in the beginning. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hopefully be able to join on my daughter's phone and show you how to go live on my other phone. We'll see. But the thing about Facebook Live is it's going to create a way for you to connect with your customers right now. There are people out there who are lonely, who are by themselves, looking for connection. I'm really finding that my customers are being very interactive right now because everybody's home and there's nothing else to do. So it's really a good time to maybe give it a try. The first thing I'm going to recommend that you do if you want to try Facebook Live is to create a private group on Facebook. So you can create a group quite easily just through your regular Facebook app or online, and you can make it private. When you create a group, you have to add one person to it before it'll move forward. So I added my husband to it. You can add whoever. You could add me if you want. Just one person, and then when you get it created, you can go in and delete that person. So it's just you in that group. And the point of that group is for you to practice. So you can go live in that private group. You can see how it works. You can look silly, feel stupid, make all the mistakes, adjust your lighting, make sure. My first Facebook Live was not horizontal, it was up and down, and I could see my toes when I went back and watched or looked at the replay, and I was mortified, like the floor is dirty, there's like dimensional papers on the floor, and my bare toes are there. So those are things that you want to try to work out ahead of time, right? So you create this group and you can practice till your heart's content and really work out those kinks without feeling like people are looking at you, there are some things that you need when you do Facebook Live. Obviously, you're going to need your phone. I use my phone to record all my videos, and I use my phone for Facebook Live. Then you can see the comments on your phone as they come up while you're doing Facebook Live, but you can only see one or two at a time. And sometimes the way you have your phone mounted, you can't see them. So I recommend having another device there, your computer or your iPad or somebody else's phone, so you can actually see the comments coming quicker than you might, they go fast sometimes, and to go back and to be able to see what someone says, I like to have it there so I can kind of see the whole string of comments that are going by. So you'll need a second device. Lighting is very important. I'm going to show you my crazy setup over here. It works really good for me. It looks horrible. When we sell this house someday, it's going to be a problem. We're going to have to retexture the ceiling probably. But there's so many other ways to do it. And you can find all kinds of ideas just by Googling how to do a Facebook Live. I mean, you can find tons of options. When I first began, I had 2 lamps on either side, and I got a piece of foam core board across the tops of the 2 lamps, and I had my phone kind of hanging over that foam core. And it worked, and it was fine. And the light from those 2 lamps were really good. The light is really important. I'm sure you've watched videos where it was dark and you're like, this is terrible, I can't see. Another thing that worked really well for me, I used to be upstairs. We had kind of a bonus room upstairs, and we ended up turning it into my daughter's room, so I moved down here. But when I was up there, I put the table right in front of the window, and the light was great in front of that window. Down here, it doesn't work so well because we have a covered porch right outside my window, so it's not very bright. So I've had to kind of mess around with lights. You can use clamp lights, you can grab lamps from around your house, whatever. It doesn't have to cost you money. You really can do this by kind of pilfering around your house and figuring things out and being really creative. So don't feel like you have to buy exactly what I have. My friend Ange McKay has, in her craft room, she has cabinets up here. And so what she does is she takes her phone and she sticks it out the cabinet like this, so that the camera part is just sticking out of the cabinet, and she works down here underneath her phone. She has no phone holder. That's how she does it, and it's brilliant. It works perfectly. So you really don't necessarily even need one of these. Now, this one, and I can give you guys links to what I have. They are by far not the only things out there. You kind of have to play around with what you like. This one works well when I'm doing like this, but when it folds over like that, it doesn't work real well. It kind of falls over. So that one is only for when I'm showing my face. And there's very expensive software out there that you can get that will transition it over. I've tried it. It's hard, expensive, whatever. I don't use it. So I just take my phone off and I go and I clamp it to this one over here that I'm going to show you. And that's it. I mean, it really cannot, it's simple. The point of Facebook Live is to be real, not perfect. It's to interact with your customers, and it's to get your customers to know you. And when you are frustrated because things aren't perfect or you feel overwhelmed, that's not going to show who you really are. So it's okay to laugh at your mistakes. It's okay to, if your kid comes busting in the door, like, oh, look, here's my daughter, whatever. You just have to roll with it. And I find that on the Facebook Lives that I have the biggest mistakes or catastrophes or whatever have the most views. People like those the most. So don't be hard on yourself and do not feel like it has to be perfect, okay? Because they never will be, ever. Okay, I'm going to try to, I have this open. Hopefully I can join in on this one. It's going to be weird because it's going to have two of me, and I'm going to have to mute this microphone in a second. Okay. To hear others, please join audio. Okay. Oh, there I am right there, but you can't see. Oh, don't you hate when you hear yourself? Okay, let me go down. I should have done this. I thought about having my daughter come up here and recording it. Wonder why I can't see myself. Sorry, guys. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see. All right, good. Now you can see me there. I was muted. There we go. Now can you hear me? Yes. Okay. So now you're down and dirty, okay? So no judgments here, ladies. No judgments. This is where I do my Facebook Lives. This is where I do all my videos. There's a big window right there and the table. Can you guys see? Let me make this bigger so that you can see. Let's see. Speaker view. Okay, now hopefully you guys can see better. So up here in the ceiling, what I have, and you can see we have some water damage, so please just don't judge me. My husband got two like curtain rod holders and drilled them into the ceiling, and we put a dowel rod there. And then I got this one, which is just a clamp right here. It's a bendy clamp to hold my phone. And then those two are the lights. So when I turn the lights on, it's nice and bright. Okay, so pretty ghetto, but it works really well. Now, I'm gonna come over here. I can't see, for some reason it's not big on mine. Let me see if I can. I don't know why. Thank you for your patience, you guys. Let me figure this out. You're going, Ellie? Okay. You may just have to wait. All right, well, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see. And let me get on here and I'm gonna show you about going live. I have scraps here on my, why is this not, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go to my Facebook Live test group. See, I have just a group that's called Facebook Live Test, and it's my husband and me, and that's it. So you're gonna come over here and you can write the title. Whoops, I'm having trouble holding it. You can write the title of Facebook Live, and then hopefully you guys are still seeing me. I can't see you at all. And then down here, you're gonna pick live video. Now here's the thing that people get stuck on, okay? Ooh, look, you can see me. That's so weird. To get your phone to be horizontal, you need to turn it before you go live. See how that flipped? When you have it like this, that means when you go live, it's going to be vertical, not horizontal. Okay, so flip it like that, and then tap live. That's what you want it to look like. And when you're ready, you click that, and it gives you like a little countdown, and then right there, it says you're live. So I would hook that up right there. And I'm not going to be able to really see the comments because, you know, it's going to be in this holder. Hey, Ellie. Yeah. Come here. Come help me. I'm going to get my daughter to help me because I can't do this with two hands. This is Ellie, my teenager. Come in. She's going to help me. Hopefully, you guys, I should have had you coming in here first. All right. Hold this. And you're going to just record me right here, okay? I also have this little microphone right here that I don't know. Oh, goodness. I don't necessarily think it improves the sound. Maybe it reduces the echo a little bit because I have hardwood floors. But you don't have to have that either. Slide that in. That new puppy, she never barks. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you guys. Wait, come back, Ellie. Look what's happening right now. I'm seeing that. You need to flip. So if you're showing your face, there we are. Okay. You're talking, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to show your hands. You've got to use this button right here. Okay. And you would flip it. And now you can see down here like this. Okay. Let me show you a couple of other things on here. You guys seen, let me see. Shake your hand yes. Shake your head yes if you are seeing everything I'm showing you guys. Yes? Good? Okay. Okay, this is a lot of technology I'm trying to work here. Oh my gosh. She never barks until I'm doing this. Okay, Ellie, make sure you're showing this right here. This button right here with the magic wand, if you touch that, it's going to give you all these different little, that's where people can put little like funny things on them. You don't want that. But if you come down here to the little tools, like it's a little wrench, and you click that, you can change your screen if your text is backward, if you need to do that. You can also touch brighten up. Sometimes that helps if it's dark. See what a difference that makes? All right, so you can play around here, just, you know, trying different little things. I haven't used all of these. But there's lots of options. All right, so let's finish. And then when you're done, it's going to give you this, these options. And these are important options right here. Upload in HD. I always choose that in case it was glitchy or something. That kind of improves the quality. And if you want to save it to your phone and upload it to YouTube for people who aren't on Facebook, you can do that right there. So you click that and it'll save it in your camera roll. And then you would hit share and it'll be on your Facebook page. And I'm just going to hit delete because that was a hot mess. We don't want anybody seeing that. Okay. Thank you very much, Ellie.
You're welcome.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
She's living the quarantine life.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now, let me see if I can leave the meeting. Unmute. And hopefully, let's see. Hopefully, you guys. All right, can you hear me? Okay, that was a pretty hot mess of a tutorial. However, hopefully it gives you a little bit of an idea of how to do all this. You don't need anything fancy. You might get, if you have a teenager, you might get them to help you because they know a lot. It's messy and your dog barks. It's okay, it happens. So that's my biggest tip is do not be hard on yourself, okay? Uh-oh, I have to let Emery in. Sorry, Emery, I didn't see you. Did I let her in or did I delete her? Uh-oh, no, there she is, okay. So that is a messy tutorial on how to go live on Facebook. I really encourage you guys to give it a try. If you had a class that you were planning on doing and you couldn't do it and because of the situation and everybody was going to do porch pickup for their projects, then you could create a little group on Facebook and just include those people, 5 or 6 or whoever's in your class, add them to the group and then do a Facebook Live for just them, showing them how to make their projects. And then they can ask questions and interact. That's what I would encourage you guys to do right now. It is kind of scary to go live with a lot of people watching you. Like I said, I still get nervous. Sometimes I have 200 something watching, and then I have, you know, people watching it afterwards. I always forget people watch it afterwards too. So whatever stupid stuff I do is there, and people are watching, and you just have to move on. Let me think. I had a little list. Let me make sure I covered it all. I don't know where my list went. It was right. Oh, it's under my computer. Okay, I showed you how to flip. Make sure you turn your phone before you go live so it'll be horizontal. Yeah. Okay, that is the basics. What about questions? Does that make sense? Was I a mess? Did you guys understand that? You can unmute yourself, or Heather, I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Heather.
Okay, 2 questions. That was good. I thought you explained it well. It was very simple and to the point. So your lights that you have, where did you get those? Like
Amazon. I'll link all that for you guys.
Okay, cool.
I'll post this over on Facebook, and I'll put the links of the equipment I have. They're photography lights, and they come with a stand. And all I did was buy some like big clips, like clamps, and just clamp the tag up there onto the dowel rod. I mean, they're like they're like hanging. A lot of people are using the circle lights, and I've contemplated buying a circle light, which I don't know. The big one that I was looking at was $80, and I'm kind of like, my lighting is fine. I really don't need to buy $80 light. But
so those work for photography too then?
Yeah, and I think they're like $27. Like, I don't think they were very expensive. Yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah, Kelly's got something. Let me unmute Kelly. Yes, I have seen that. Does that work good?
I haven't tried it yet. I just got it from Amazon, but it was like $15.
Wow. Yeah.
And it has this for the phone, to hold the phone, and then a light.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
So, and then it just clamps.
Yep. The clamps is what I had for a long time. And my problem with the clamps is that I shook the table. The table shook a lot. Now, I do lives all week long, so to me, it was something I wanted to fix. If you do lives every now and then, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But there are a lot of clamps. And in fact, those that I had, that big long one that I have hanging down is a clamp. And it's clamped to that dowel. So, yeah. Another thing I did upstairs when I was in front of the window is I clamped it to the window frame. I was able to, up there, clamp it somehow. Down here it didn't work, but for some reason the way the window was set up there, I could clamp it to the window, and then it just kind of dangled over my table like that. Marianne.
I was gonna say for Heather, she's seen some of my lives. I use these. I have 2 of them, and I got them on Amazon, and they just like sit on my desk, so they don't have to clamp on anything, and I can move them around. And like I said, I've got 2 of them, and they do a really good job. I had or have one of those Acron camera holders, and it does not have any lights with it. That's what I clamp my phone onto. But these lights, I think, do a really good job. I don't know. I'd have to ask somebody else. When I look at the videos, the light always seems good.
When you
and those are really cheap on Amazon too.
Will you and Kelly and Lisa, I'm going to come to you next. After we post this on Facebook, will you guys link those things in the comments?
Sure.
That you have all of you, anything that you have that's good, please link it so that other people can see it. Again, thank you, Marianne, for sharing that. That Acron stand is pretty expensive, isn't it? It's like $80.
I think it was,
higher than that. Yeah.
It was expensive, yeah.
I've looked at it several times because I feel like, I should have the fancy one. But it sits on the table too, right? And so that will shake. Yeah. So the shaking bothered me a lot. It may not bother everybody, but for some reason that was like something I couldn't protect. All right, Lisa, what do you have?
My daughter got me this little kit from Walmart.
Oh, cool. So is it like a stand?
Yeah, it's got, let's see, the LED light, diffusers, microphone, tripod, bracket, and smartphone mount.
Very cool, from Walmart. Interesting. All right, good to know. I wonder, was it like in probably the electronics department, over with cameras and stuff?
Yeah, by the camera.
Okay, cool. You'll have to let us know how that works. Wow. Was it expensive?
15, she said.
Oh, excellent. Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. All right, any other questions? Okay, Deborah, I'll come over to you. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, you're good. Go.
Am I good? Okay.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is I Sorry, I'm just looking at the mute, getting all these messages. So my big thing is quality. I do have it set to upload in HD. Do you know, like, your internet connection within your house?
Yes.
You know, obviously that has something to play with it.
It does. And I will tell you, from week to week, mine is different. Sometimes it's glitchy, and people are typing, it's glitching, blah. I'm like, I can't do anything about it, And then some weeks, nothing. It's perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it does that. I do know that about, maybe it's been a year now, 6 months, I called my internet provider and I was like, you guys, something's going on with the internet. It was getting really bad. And they said, oh, you have outdated equipment. We need to come out and upgrade it. And they did. And it was like, it fixed it. Actually, it fixed it, but not, my room is so far from the modem or whatever it is that I had to buy a Google, it's something where it takes it and shoots it out. I can't remember.
Like a repeater?
Yeah, something like that. We got 3 of them. But then after that, it was really good. So that could be another issue too if you're far from your modem.
So you are
I am using the Wi-Fi, but I have used just my phone. I can't remember why I did that a couple of times. Just my phone, whatever you call it, 5G or whatever. I guess that was when I was having internet problems, and it worked well. It worked fine. But what I do know is that when you upload it afterwards, sometimes it doesn't give me that HD option. I don't know why. But I know that when I upload it, all of those skips and glitches and stuff are gone. You know how sometimes you're watching a live and then it just like skips ahead, like it glitched out and you missed 2 sentences? When it uploads over, it doesn't, it like fills all that in. I guess because it's kind of recording it internally or something. I'm not sure. But it does transfer over better. So does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it could be that when they're watching it live, they may experience that. Yes. But once it's fully uploaded, it should fix some of the glitches.
Yep. That's what I always tell them. If they say you froze or I didn't hear what you said, or it's going in and out, I always say, well, come back, because it can be their end too. Their internet on their end too. I always say, come back and watch the recording. It'll be much better quality, and it typically is much better. Yeah, good question. Kelly, did you have something? Go ahead.
Yes. My question is, how do you go back and forth from showing your face to showing your work area?
So there's an expensive software called Switcher Studio. It's one of them, and that it's some stuff you install, and so that you could have your iPad set up or whatever, and then your phone already in the thing, and it'll switch. You've seen people do that probably. And I tried it last spring. I spent hours trying. It was very difficult, and I consider myself pretty tech savvy, and I just could not master it. Now, my friend Michelle Litwiller is using something different, and I need to get that information from her. I asked her, and she said her husband's a tech guy, and she said he set it up for her, but she said it was very easy to use. And I bet that there's other things out there, but I just take it off the thing and I say, everybody close your eyes, and I cover the camera part with my thumb, and then I do like this and I flip that camera around so that they're not like looking up my nose, and then I take my thumb off and I just put it in there. It's not sophisticated, but that's how I do it. And it does, I feel like it doesn't need to be perfect at all.
It's endearing.
Yeah, I hope so. Let me grab my phone. My daughter was going to, I just need to make sure. Okay, let's see. I have, Elizabeth has a question in chat. Can you please put the link for the extender to get a better reception? Yes, I will, Elizabeth. That's a great idea. I will put that in there. Yes. All right. What else? Anybody else have anything? I challenge you guys to do this. Bess, go ahead.
I just put it in the chat. When's the best time to do the live? Or does it really matter?
Anytime. Anytime. It just depends on other people's, like their time, really. Some people have the day, some people have the evening, some people have the weekend. So I don't really think, there's probably analytics out there that you could find that'll tell you. I do mine Fridays because I don't know, Friday just feels like it has a different vibe, and I feel like, oh, then I'm done for the week. But I also know that then people craft on the weekend, and they might pull that up on Saturday or Sunday when they're stamping, and rewatch it. They may not be able to watch me at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, but it's fresh. It's still kind of up in everybody's feed on Saturday, and they might catch it then. I know Dina Rico always does hers Monday afternoons at 3 o'clock. And last year I had to do carpool at 3 o'clock, and I would turn hers on in the car and listen to it while I was doing carpool. So, you know, just who knows why people do what, you know. So I don't think there is one time that's better than another. All right, let's see. Anne-Marie, I'm unmuting you. Hello, Anne-Marie. Sorry it took me a while to let you in the thing.
I was wondering what was going on.
I'm sorry, I was like off, like Ellie was helping me. It was a mess. You'll have to go back and watch it. It was crazy.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Well, sorry I was late, but
no, that's fine.
I wanted to chime in real quick on lighting.
Okay.
One thing, if you don't want to invest in lighting and anything, you know, looking at all of that stuff right away, just if you have a light fixture above your work surface, I do, and all I did was I changed my light bulbs to day light bulbs, and it makes a world of difference. And so not a soft white, but use the daylight light bulb, and just the difference in quality that it will put over your work surface is a huge difference. I have studio lighting, and it's kind of a pain to set up because I don't leave it up all the time. Whoops, I just knocked something over. So that's what I did but I have a light directly over the top of my work surface. So
that's really
interesting. Invest in lighting right away. That might be a good option.
That's really interesting because, you know, when I buy light bulbs at the store and I bring it home, like in the kitchen, for instance, and it's a totally different color than the other one, I never know, you know, are my lights daylight or soft white or whatever? And I never can figure that out. But that's interesting that you say that you have found the best results with daylight bulbs. That's good. Thank you so much for sharing that.
And the other thing I just wanted to share too is with when the question about what's the best time to go live, something to keep in mind. I saw an interesting statistic that pretty much over 80% of people who will watch your lives will watch a replay.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, that it really, you know, there's not really a great time, but the replay is really where you're going to get most of your traffic.
That is a really good point, because I will notice by Sunday I've had like 2,000 views, and I may have max had 200 people on during live. So that just means that people will watch in the replay. I know I watch a lot of lives in the replay. I, you know, can't necessarily always catch them when they're live. The benefit of being live is that you can interact. And I have people who are consistently on my live every week, and they interact. I think that's what they need, and that's what they want. And then there may be people you don't want knowing that you're watching live, so you watch the replay. You're like, I don't want her to know I'm watching her video, so I'll wait till she's done, and then I'll go watch it. You just never know. You never know. But that's a very good point, too. Anne-Marie, I muted you. Okay, now you're unmuted. Did you want to say anything else?
Oh no, I was like, did I put my hand up again? I don't know what I'm doing today.
No, you're fine. I just muted you, and then I couldn't remember if I did that or not. Okay, I'm gonna mute.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. One thing that I was thinking about also that Anne-Marie said, with lighting, I feel like lighting is the hardest part. You just really have to experiment and play. Shadows sometimes can be a problem too if your light is real harsh and right on top of you. So diffusing your light, you can do things like my lights, those boxes have 6 really bright light bulbs in them, but then they have that cloth over it that diffuses it. So if you have that problem, you can Google, you know, how to diffuse my light for a video. There are things that you can do to help with that. All right. You guys feel a little bit more like, you know, like you might understand how to do it. I know it was a little messy, but all right. Well, thanks guys for joining me today. Yes, Deborah, go ahead.
I just wanted to share because I have started, I've only done a couple of Facebook Lives in the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. I've got one today and one tomorrow. But I kind of feel like this is my opportunity to be able to do this because I feel like my customers aren't expecting me to be perfect right now because they know we're all in this unique situation. So I figure this is my time to shine, I guess, or at least try.
So true. I mean, aren't we all cutting each other a little grace right now? I mean,
I get a lot more grace.
Yes. That's a very good point. If you're going to try it, do it now. Do it now. People are, yeah, you're right. People are a little more patient and just kind of expecting less perfection because I think we're all being less than perfect right now, probably. Thank you for sharing that. All right, you guys. Well, thanks. I will save this and then upload it to Facebook. So those of you that shared, or if you have something to share, please share in the comments the links of the things that you've bought. That's really helpful. All right. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. And I will talk to you next week. All right. Bye.